Tor left the wellness center.
Let me see. Victim was one of their own, FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, missing here 13 years ago. Now, he had certainly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal and bloody ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page, this page. The first page they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths, secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message, was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them. The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Ungil hunted Saga, didn't see her under the light, while it lurched past her. Tegan could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flicked the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker. Lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Sokka's head, the awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest. That here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror. Sokka was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale. Was, but wasn't. Taken. Creature of darkness. Was beyond her reach. Where some other strange reality, the dark place merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it. A flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. Page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Not the monster, her job, before he killed again. He'd be inside waiting for her. Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They had been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watched in the night. Wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand. I don't know if there's any more of her return one. The rider went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside, into the lake. Nightingale was there, one of them. Dark presence, Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves, the dark place, wandering in the shadows, muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember. It's cold. Premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? You hear me? Need help. Please stop this. What did I do? I must dig it out. Their shapes shifted, echoes of the writer's dreams, fading in, fading out. The next story and the story after that. The writer was writing again. He'd been on the trail of the writer forever. The writer he despised. Hemingway, Bukowski, Wake. I'll get you. I'll find you. I'll make you pay. You're in over your head. Descended into the tunnels, from the dark city into an ocean of darkness. Next stop, Caldera Street Station. Something, a presence, rumbled. Not a train. Shadows shifted on the platform. Writer's cult waited for him there. Cult of the word. Cultist leaned close. I carry his words close to my chest now. Not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise. He'd be caught, murdered. They got him. They didn't get him. He was reborn out of hate. He was there, but he was risen. Sent to find the light switch, up from the lake that was not the lake. The fuse was in place. She had found it among the junk in the forest. Sokka stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her, a presence, familiar. She couldn't quite place it, something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light, an object that stood out to Saga, stood out from the dusty animal skulls and cauldron, as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall. In the cabinet, another manuscript page. Witch's ladle, towering over Saga, watching her and the witch, the image of the witch in the sign. Nightingale's heart, a cold dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town, where she trusted the pages, but was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read. The first part of the ritual words, the smudged line on the heart, the second part recited from memory, the words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold. Back at Witch's ladle, Saga pointed the flashlight at the strange dark substance. The same substance Nightingale had left at the morgue. There was something hidden under it. She strained to see the opposite of sunspots in her eyes, blacker than black. Suddenly, a change. The light reacted to the substance, a feedback loop, surging up her arm. Saga squeezed the flashlight, willing it to penetrate the dark matter, burn it away. The overlap of the dark place needed a push from both directions to manifest itself. Reality in our world eroded by repeated dark lore tied to a location, and a counterpoint, a work of art, a horror narrative, grafted in the depths of the dark place, connecting to the story on the other side, to reach out through the weakened veil. The story of a lawman whose heart was cut out of his chest, two corrupt men killed by their own twisted ambition, a haunted old woman drowned in a bathtub, twisted reflections on the other side of the mirror, arcs stabbing through realities, amplifying the influence of the dark place. These elements working in conjunction made a trickle that became a torrent, a wormhole, a vortex, and the art, the map, became the nightmare territory where the dark place encroached on our reality, a blanket over it, where they overlapped, causing reality to twist and loop like a bad dream, remolding anything and anyone within its dark horror design. It hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him he was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he had decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea. Something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now, standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed him at himself and turned to go. Suddenly he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him into the ground, and struggled, in vain. Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden the same ferry in this town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls, his first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. He always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt it, raindrops on her face. God, again. She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid. Children in Bright Falls all grew up hearing stories about the cult of the tree, feral maniacs living in the woods, Satanists chanting "We watch the night" as they performed blood sacrifices in the forest, or things not quite human, lurking in the dark. There were many versions of the story, but they all shared one important element: danger in the dark, in the woods. Somewhere among all the urban legends lay a secret truth, the real identity of the cultists prowling the woods, real faces hid behind the masks, real hands held the knives, real people fulfilling a grim purpose. The forest was not safe. People were right to keep their children away from the trees. Standing inside the trailer at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time in the hands of the cult of the tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her, her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air. She wasn't alone. The cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him. Scratch stalked through the forest, a terrifying dark presence in the night, more sensed than seen. Darkness boiled in his skull, like a storm cloud crammed into a bottle. The woods were alive with those he had taken, that were coming with him, directed by him. The army of darkness, his singular purpose was a sharp, pulsing black hole in his head, waves roaring out of it to whip his flock into a frenzy, filling them with purpose. The clicker, he wanted it to make a terrific ending to the story come true. The art was there. The clicker would push it across the final threshold, a detonator to send out a tidal wave that would spread to overtake reality. He was so close to claiming it. The Taken gibbered and shouted, straining against their invisible leashes. Filled with bloodlust, Scratch let them go. They launched themselves into the night with violent glee. He ripped a signpost from the ground, swung it in his hand as if it was made of air. Ahead, the music started. It called him on. Let the final Deerfest commence. Elmo stood in front of the parade float, turned dramatically to his crew. Now imagine the murderer's arms moving. Stab, stab, stab. Nanaki laughing. Everyone at Deerfest always plays it safe, not us. This monument to Watery's history, this work of art, will sweep this year's awards. The overlap formed around Watery's dark past. The ritual to enter was tied to crafting the float. Art was the key. It had the power to let Saga in. Hey, stop right there. The shape stumbled out of the dark toward Deputy Mulligan. Thornton was doubled over, coughing. A chunk of cold pastrami caught in his throat. Bring it, fucker. Mulligan fired. Thornton hacked the pastrami out of his windpipe, opened fire with his partner. The monster fell. They kept shooting. The thrill of domination. This was the cult of the tree. Not a tree. Forest. Secret knowledge in a deer mask. The last line of defense. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Bright Falls fucking finest. They crept over, pulling out their flashlights. The horror. This was Monica from the tackle shop. An innocent woman. Thornton's pastrami came back up. The killing of Monica Thompson was a terrible mistake. Thornton blamed Mulligan's itchy trigger finger. Mulligan blamed Thornton's shitty pastrami sandwich. They only agreed it wasn't their fault. No one will find her corpse. Will hide it. They fed the body to the maw of a crumbling well, like the murderous Huatari brothers did long ago. They lied to everyone. The word would never get out. But a secret like this doesn't die. It grew inside them. Cancer. And darkness taking over, filling the shape of them. Mulligan and Thornton in the wreckage of the morgue. Shadows on their faces. Thornton did his best woman's voice. I'm a stuck-up FBI bitch. I'll make a big fucking mess, then get these dumb backwater cops to clean it up. Thornton turned to his partner. These government motherfuckers. Next time, Mulligan, I'll tell her you've got no clue. You let your own kid drown. You're a fucking fraud. Mulligan leave. Pinning the murder on the Bookers would have fixed this whole goddamn mess. But their kind always sticks together. I reckon we should show the bitch who's boss, Thornton. Shadows creeped over Mulligan and Thornton. Inside them, they grinned. Saga was beginning to see why Casey disliked the woods so much. It felt oppressive here. Too many places to hide. Distorted carnival music drifting from the amusement park ahead did not help. What the Coskellas had said about her living in Watery with Logan unsettled her. But the horror story to involve her was one thing, but involving her daughter was crossing the line. Something darted across the path ahead, too fast to see. Saga drew her weapon. Her eyes searched the woods. Noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. Local. A man. On the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted at her. Hunting season was a bust. Saga had read about it. The trap. She knew what was waiting for her. The moment she saw the giant, she knew she wasn't ready. You let Logan drown. The weapon it carried could crack her skull like a brittle egg. Brains leaking out like yolk. Everything she loved, lost. Everything she was, lost. You will watch it eat your mind. Reading this made her sick, but the fear was sharp when she faced it. There was another overlap here in Watery. The parade float was the key. Mulligan and Thornton had gone there, taken the clicker with them, left this monster here to stop her. Sorry, we're out of Bright Falls blend, and I apologize to the customers. I'll just grab some from the back, more coffee coming right up. He suggested they ride the percolator while they waited. She passed Elmo at the Espresso Express. Big smile, Anna. Coffee World is all smiles. Anna nodded, smiled. She smiled until her face hurt. Anna stopped walking, realized she was standing next to the Huatari well. Must have zoned out, she thought. She was about to go, but something in the well caught her eye. Shadows shifted in the dark. Anna was overcome by vertigo. The world tilted, and then she was falling down, down, down into the shaft. Darkness opened up and swallowed her. Don't have return 4. We have these two for 5. Tor Anderson had lightning in his veins. This was rock and roll, baby. That Weaver girl had cast a spell on him. Tor would do anything she'd ask. Tor deserved this. Tor wanted this. She wanted the song, gift. He had to get it for her. Afterwards, it was too late. Tor swung his hammer in frustration. The spark was gone. Black liquid clogged his mind. A bad trip. Tor fought it. He was strong. He'd never been taken, but the darkness could still drown him. Tor needed to warn someone. It was all happening again. Tom was back. Coming back. Tom would need help too if he was going to make it. But the brothers were too old to stop it this time. Tor had called someone who could help. The name escaped him, drowned beneath dark water. Valhalla Nursing Home, founded in 2014 for Odin and Thor Anderson of the Old Gods of Asgard fame for their twilight years, built after the return of a comeback tour, flip-flopped to be their farewell tour, cut short, cancelled. As their agency, Barry Wheeler had managed to coax a few hit songs out of them before that, Balance Slays the Demon, a couple of others. The old men rocked like their namesakes. The backstage parties got out of hand. The air was thick with smoke. Wheeler squinted. His migraine flared. Booze and drugs, a rock and roll cliche. They ran off after every gig. Wheeler had security track them down to the craziest after parties. Jesus Christ, man. A lot. A lot of fucked up shit, man.
Can't be opened on this side.
Fitting. Jesus.
Oh, come on.
Fucking Christ, man. Fuck off. Oh, fucking hag. rifle?
This door needs a knob.
What?
A security computer.
It is the rifle. Oh shit. Full moon, third quarter, new first quarter. Full moon, third, new moon, first. Full moon, third, new moon, first. Full moon, third, new moon. All the same. Doggy.
Day, then month. He uses European formatting.
Hurrah, my acceptance letter has arrived. I am one of the gang now. To Vidania, maybe? Vidania? To the boring old lad. Hello to the exciting new man about town Vlad. I'll buy vodka and herring to celebrate. Oh, it's Das Vidania. Oh, okay, Das Vidania. Okay, I see. This month, everything will change. I'm gonna take care of the dead raccoon over by the bunker. Smelled very bad. Not good for my hangover.
Needs a password. And a warrant, technically. But hey, desperate times.
Password.
The Koskela brothers aren't just in the cult. They're its damn leaders.
Accepted into the prestigious ranks of our most hallowed organization. As such, you will join our noble cause and be privy to our most guarded secrets. The ceremony will take place the day after the next moon. This tradition, next new moon. Shit. Wait, is it? Okay, so it's all those numbers. It's actually 6 numbers. Okay. Can't like enter sooner. Hmm.
I have what I need to figure out the password. The computer controls the door that Tor went through.
Oh wait, more here. The day after the next new moon is this tradition. The day after the next new moon. This is a stupid house where something always breaks. I always fix. People do not respect me. I should ask for a raise. Hmm. Hmm. day after.
And the doors are open.
This is so weird. Little doorknob that's out of place, but solve these clues and you can trace the way to your private space. Meet you at the grate inside a bright glassy cage where pretty flowers bloom. Riddle for your rifle. Why did you take the doorknob to my personal room? I'm sick of old people tricks. You bring it back so I can get my rifle. I'm supposed to go out on a deer hunt tomorrow. If you don't, I'll hunt you instead. Vladimir, I do not need to remind you that Tor and Odin would be ideal candidates for the cult. Please try harder to recruit them.
There's Tor. And he's out of his mind. Need to get to him.
Oh, this fucking step stool bullshit. Oh, there's a wait, what? Hmm? Flare pack? What are they talking about? We gotta find the doorknob. We have to go to the dining hall. Let's go. Over here. Quick save. I think we're good on stuff for now. Gun gear.
Shit!
Lie down.
The fuck?
Where'd it go?
What the?
Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
Need to catch up with Tor.
Lost and found. Mittens, homemade. A notebook full of daily meal plans. A nice fountain pen. An antique hair clip. Very pretty. Address and queries to your friend Rose. On a box of ammo for hunting rifle in the cafeteria, Rose. I think you left some behind again. Really should be more careful. Take a tip from Vlad, a fellow weapon enthusiast. Always lock it up. Come collect it from me whenever you can. I bought that tea you said you liked. I can make you a cup if you want. Huh? Oh.
This must have been Tor's.
Wait Wait a minute. Can I zoom out to the other maps? I don't think I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll look at some stuff real quick. Because the points of interest actually disappear, which means I'm actually missing some stuff. Which is, like, this is fine. I can go back because I have to anyway for these items. I want to collect all that stuff anyway. I can't really see anything in here per se. And Bright Falls. Okay. I really fucking hate that. I expected it that time, but I still didn't like the face that she made. Zoom in. Let's check over here. In here.
This minute! That water is bad for you! Tor, wait!
What the fuck? What's going on?
Cynthia Weaver, I know it's you! This kind of behavior is not okay! Let him go, Tor!
Okay. There is doorknob.
Tor? There's an overlap here. Did Cynthia pull Tor in? What was that? Where did Tor go?
What on earth do you mean, Saga? Tor is resting in the wellness center. Remember?
What? We both saw him go into the pond.
Okay.
Are you fucking with me, or is this the story again?
Now. Let's cool it with the language.
She's clearly lying to me. Why?
Making sure there's nothing over there.
Rose watched Tor go into the pond. Why is she lying to me?
The secret mission for Alan's #1 fan. The hero will say Wake has returned. We're all characters in his story. Gee whiz.
I'm not his fucking character.
Gee whiz.
But I can use that phrase to make Rose stop lying to me. Wake has returned. Cynthia took Tor. What happened to her?
When the darkness touches your head, your bookshelf gets shuffled. I put her lamp in the shoebox. What do you call a lamp lady without her lamp?
Is Rose talking about Cynthia or herself?
A lady. Duh.
Or both? Rose. Wake has returned.
Oh my God. You're the hero! You're here to save Alan! I feel so silly for trying to keep you out of the wellness center. I locked Tor and Gale in there after they lost it, and I didn't want you getting hurt. Before I forget, here's the page Wake told me to give you. Oh, and you'll need my keys to get around.
Oh, goodness.
Saga jabbed the selector on the jukebox, the missing record in its place. Saga couldn't have found it without Odin's help. A light bloomed in through the garden window.
The horror story beat me to Tor. I have to rescue him. The key to this overlap is an old Gods of Asgard record. Odin will know more.
Saga jabbed the selector on the jukebox,
Huh.
the missing record in its place. Saga couldn't have found it without Odin's help. Standing there, Saga felt exposed, expecting the shadows to come alive. The needle crackled on the vinyl. The song swelled. Odin had said it was written for her and her mother. Her grandfather's apology. The lamentation of an old man. His heart was broken, sinking into darkness. Odin had said that the song would be a way to know Tor, a way to find him. A light bloomed in through the garden window. That's where Tor had vanished into the pond. Saga knew what she had to do.
I could have just listened to it the whole time, but I was so enveloped in wanting to read all these. That's cool. Oh. Here.
The page mentions a missing record. Do you know where it is, Odin?
Driven by passion, raging like a storm. Your grandfather made the song to apologize to your mother, Freya, and to you. Tor's like a storm. Your mother did the right thing, leaving with you, even if it broke your grandfather's heart. And mine. Listen to the song, Saga. It's all there. Tor only had one record made. He keeps it in the museum.
Odin knows my mom's name. He's saying my mom took me away when I was still a baby. Plausible. Stay on task. The record is in the museum. What happened to Tor just now?
Cynthia took him. Ugh, I knew someone was messing with Tor's head. There's something wrong with the water here. Pipes acting up, black stuff coming out. Cynthia's probably behind that too.
Does Cynthia have any connection to the cult of the tree?
Oh no, she's way too frail for that. But she used to be this town's best defense against the forces of darkness. Well, after Alan. But I guess it finally got her.
Wake is in custody. How have you been in contact with him?
He leaves me messages in funny places, like the newspaper, books. Once he even wrote to me with a cloud. If it's something really important, he tells me in a dream.
Okay. And what does he say to you with these clouds?
Ways I can help him, how I can stay safe, good dinner recipes, ways to kill Taken, lots of stuff. I've been finding some pages of writing lately too, so he must be working on a new book. Exciting.
You need to get the residents out of here. It's not safe.
Oh, this kind of stuff rolls right off their backs. They've lived very rich lives. Very resilient. But I already told everyone to wait at the designated muster point on the front porch. We run drills every few months. I'm so proud of them.
I'm impressed by how prepared you are.
We're pretty used to this kind of thing.
You're the one leaving those Alex Casey lunchboxes around, aren't you?
Guilty. They were the only Alan-related containers I could find online. He told me to destroy the Taken around town, and I needed some way to stash my gear. I even recruited Mandy May to make knitwork decorations to mark the sites. The stashes are for you, too. You being the hero and all.
Thanks. I already have been. Wake tells you how to kill Taken?
Oh, sure. You're the hero, so you must know all about it. All you need is a strong light, and then your conventional methods of extreme violence. Simple stuff. The tough part is hiding the bodies.
I honestly don't know how to react to this.
Just doing my part, sister.
Wow. That's cool.
Don't need to go over all this again. Tor disappeared into the pond. It's another overlap. Has to be. How do I get inside? The page says the record will open the overlap. Or is the page predetermining it? Am I just playing into the story? Rose Marigold left these lunchboxes for me. Alan Wake apparently told her to. I guess I owe her one.
Man, I need to get the bolt cutters. Well, I have the key. Is there a conversation there? That's outside, I guess?
See muster point.
You all should stay out here a while. Until it's safe.
I'm happy to get out of that house. Isn't it strange that I've lived in Bright Falls my whole life and I can't remember this building?
The house has always been here, Norman. Remember when that poor Nora girl drowned in the bunker? Those Andersons got it so cheap because it's haunted. You get what you pay for.
Is there anyone who didn't show up?
A few. Artie, Gil, Cynthia.
If they aren't here by now, then they aren't coming. It's important to be punctual. On that topic, I'd like to point out that our nightly decaf coffee service is almost half an hour behind schedule.
Have any of you noticed anything odd about Ms. Weaver?
Just that Tor won't leave the poor woman alone. That brute wants one thing, and one thing only.
Cynthia's gotten downright bossy. Take a swim in the pond, Norman. Drink some water, Norman. Well, no one tells Norman McDonald what to do.
Okay.
Mandy May, are you all right? You're bleeding.
Oh,
Whoa.
how did that happen?
Oh, no, Mandy May. Oh, no!
Oh, don't be a crybaby, Norman. It's nothing. I just poked my finger knitting this monster of a blanket.
Hello there. Are you Pat Maine from the radio?
That's me. And you're the federal agent everyone's been talking about. Would you have time for an interview at some point?
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of in a hurry right now. Love your show, though. Very informative.
Thank you. Never compromise on quality. That's my motto. We'd be happy to have you on the show any time. Me and my listeners.
Alright.
It sure is a beautiful night, huh, May? Nice and, stormy.
Don't go getting any ideas, Norman. This is the designated muster point, not a date.
Alright, let's look around. Where's Hati? What? Well, I mean, now I can just listen to them.
Odin Anderson stirred in his bed.
Instead of having to
His
read
vision
that.
hazy, smudged. He felt weighted down by an ocean of dark water. Through the haze, he made out Saga. Odin felt useless. He wished he could tell Saga how his silly faces made her smile when she was young. Too young to remember. Odin used to joke that Tor was her grandfather, but he was the Allfather. He smiled at the memory. Odin was the kinder of the Anderson brothers. Tor lacked patience, more volatile. The brothers fought a lot, but they were inseparable. Now Tor was missing, dragged into darkness. Odin could feel it. Time was running out for both of them.
Museum. Framed by the old gods of Asgard. Memorialize the only pressing of the unreleased single Anger's Remorse. Okay.
Anger's Remorse. This is the one.
God
But
damn
it's
it.
gone. Cynthia has the record. She will tell me where to find it.
Rock music is the ancient language of the soul. Used as Old Gods of Asgard lead singer. Sit down with the Anderson brothers of Old Gods of Asgard fame in the lobby of a rundown hotel somewhere in downtown Detroit. Currently on their Ragnarok hit tour, busy band members have only a moment to spare to a fledgling journalist in his questions before running off to the sound check for their concert tonight. How's the reception been? Amazing. The fans understand what we're about. They get rock and roll. They get the spirit. They know we're not here to censor it around. That's censored, right? Oh my god. Why do you do what you do? I can tell you're new at this, buddy. Why does anyone do what they do? For the glory and the fame? For the money and the sex? Because you have something inside you that is going to censor it and burst out if you don't start using it. It's the latter. That's a good answer. How about music then? What is it about music that compels you? That should be pretty censored obvious. This is boring me to death, bro. Let's get moving. Sorry, he's always impatient. As they stand up to leave for the tour bus waiting outside, the larger-than-life rockers turn around for one final quote. Music, especially rock and roll, is the ancient language of the soul, man. It's in me. It's godly. And I'll come out like a censored thunderstorm. Trashed hotel rooms and ruined pools. Crowds go wild for the Old Gods of Asgard Ragnarok tour. The rock and roll group Old Gods of Asgard are leaving chaos in their wake as they plow through the major U.S. cities on their aptly named Ragnarok tour. The band is breaking their sales records, with singles topping the charts, and had their latest sold-out concert in Long Beach, California. The fans showed their love for the reckless rockers by showering the stage with Lacey unmentionables, black roses, and even full beer bottles. None of this fazed the stars themselves, who embraced the admiration and transitioned from song to song with such gusto that the audience who was left catching their breath eager to keep up with their brothers Anderson and their cohorts. After our shenanigans for the musicians included a pool in a private residential neighborhood left to be emptied and sanitized, and a hotel room nearly destroyed in a classical fashion. Not to mention the lengthy room service bill gone unpaid. All things point to this band quickly becoming a strong contender to the iconic Hall of Fame rock groups that came before them. Old gods of Asgard party like their namesakes and give a performance like no other. Be sure to catch them on their tour and bear witness to rock history in the making. Old Gods of Asgard band member dead. Legendary heavy rock band Old Gods of Asgard mourns the loss of their divinely talented guitarist Bob Balder. Fat Bob, as he was affectionately and ironically called, died from complications of a severe illness, leaving his bandmates Odin and Tor Anderson behind. The peace-loving musician will be sorely missed, also by the band's numerous fans. When asked about his loss, Tor Anderson had this to say: "Get the expletive out of my face. Balder is in Valhalla now. He fought cancer like a hero. Bob was too beautiful a soul for this world," added Odin. What this means for the band and their upcoming album remains to be seen. Yeah. Oh, I should quick save. Anything to dump in the shoebox? We can put the flare in there.
Anga's remorse is missing. Who took it?
Our shame becomes the pale horse. Oh, Tor, bro. Tor's love for you is in that song. That's why Cynthia wants it, to ruin him. She made Tor lust after her. We fought one scratching hag years ago. Now he's fallen for another, and we might lose him for good. One less Anderson.
That isn't going to happen. Cynthia has Tor in the overlap. Anga's remorse is the key to get there. I need to make Cynthia reveal its location.
Oh, took a minute to load that.
Cynthia targeted Tor specifically. Why him?
Deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. His heart was broken. Cancelled. Leaks started appearing. It was too late. Shut her out of her own case.
The dark presence is using Cynthia to keep me from talking to Tor. Where is Anga's remorse now?
Kitty is a young girl in love. A rock and roll cliche. The shadows to come alive. A gift. An on-off death wish.
She has the record. I can get it out of her. Anga's remorse. Where is it, Cynthia?
Drowned beneath dark water. Too many hands. The bathroom frightened her. Cut short. She screamed. An old folks' care home.
The Anga's remorse record is in Cynthia's room. In her bathtub. Cynthia took the record, and I brought it back.
Cynthia's a room. Hey, Auntie.
Do you know anything about the cult of the tree?
Yes, yes. He who reaches for a spruce tree will stumble into a juniper. Bloom was one of them. He has kicked empty. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, but I like his shoes.
How did you know Blum was part of the cult?
Oh, Fox never runs out of tricks. He's a crazy man, and he will show his ways. Bloom like to talk.
I'm trying to get in here, Ozzy. If I can. No. Okay. I don't want to go to Cynthia's room just yet. When I could go into... Hold on. That room is locked. Donna's room. Or Gail's. I was looking at the wrong side. Oh God.
Wheeler set up a foundation with the sales of their greatest hits album. He used the cash to build a nursing facility. The old men deserved it. An old manor in Bright Falls. Wheeler hired a contractor to have it refitted as an old folks' care home. At this point, Wheeler felt good about himself. He had a heart of gold. No need to feel guilty. Wheeler left the work to the contractor and returned to New York City. He had done his part. It was time to turn over a new leaf. The contractors figured out Wheeler was gone for good. They took the money and ran. When the fall rains came, the leaks started appearing.
Okay. I can go in here now. Wonderful. Huh? Oh. Doorknob. Where's the save room? It's way down the hall. Okay. I assume I will need plenty of room for the rifle, so let's just make some room real quick. Maybe this might be enough. The store. Nice. Another.
They're all so soft and sad.
Huh? Oh.
Ilmo was nervous. His palms were clammy. He lowered his phone. Mulligan isn't picking up. Yako shook his head, pointed at his own phone. Same with Thornton. Ilmo didn't like it. No one was answering the phone at the workshop in Watery either. Something was up. It had to be the writer. Had to be. The Koskela brothers were crouching in the bushes across from the Elderwood Palace Lodge, its lights shining in the night. They couldn't wait any longer. The brothers knew Saga was in Watery visiting her trailer. Going now was their only chance to do this without hurting her. Ilmo stood up and a crowd of deer masks looked his way. Okay, this is it. The writer is the target. Take him down and it's all over. Only shoot the Fed if you have to. This is our big moment. We watch in the night. The crowd murmured the chant back to him. Ilmo turned his face to the hotel. He could see Saga's partner in the window. Ilmo slapped his brother on the shoulder. The brothers donned their masks. The cult of the tree was ready.
Oh, look at this. It says that there's flares here, and I don't. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna fucking angle myself properly for that again. Okay, so we got the rifle. Cleaned out this place, it looks like. To the outside. There's... Oh, that's the... Okay, I know what that is. Okay, well. Wish I had more room, man. Cannot find all the storage stuff, all the bag spaces. Let's go upstairs and open up Cynthia's room to get that record and see what happens, I guess. Anything else that I can't do right now? I think all of this stuff opens up afterward. Or maybe it... What? I didn't cross the bridge. This way. I didn't really look around anywhere here. What? The hell? Oh shit. Fucking doorknob. Bro, I have no inventory. Damn.
I can't force it open.
One more fuses. Many more. Crappy old equipment keeps blowing them. Okay. Another manuscript.
Wheeler used to be the agent of a manic depressive celebrity writer, Alan Wake. Wake had various addictions on his back. An on-off death wish. Wheeler had seen a thing or two. Wheeler paid a lot of money for a good shrink. Got himself convinced that all the nightmares he'd seen leading up to Wake drowning himself were just his imagination. PTSD. Now we had pills to keep the shadows from his sleep. But the Andersons were something else. The nightmares were starting to creep in again. Or maybe it was the drugs in the air. Wheeler hoped it was the drugs. The Andersons were so old. Vampires. After every gig and the party that followed, took them weeks to bounce back. And they never did completely. Each time Wheeler expected them to croak.
Oh, thank goodness. Got so much stuff in my damn inventory.
Can't be opened on this side.
What? Your fuse now locked away because someone, Ati, keeps stealing them. Goes in the laundry room. Auntie, why do you keep stealing all the damn fuses, brother? What are you doing? Ah, wonderful.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page. The first page that they had found. Not the last. The first step down into terrifying
Didn't hover over
depths.
the thing that I found?
Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold.
Finish.
Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Oh, there we go.
Ilmo was nervous.
Wait.
His palms were clammy. He lowered his phone. Mulligan isn't picking up. Yako shook his head, pointed at his own phone. Same with Thornton.
Okay.
Ilmo didn't like it. No one was answering the phone at the workshop in Watery either. Something was up. It had to be the writer. Had to be. The Koskela brothers were crouching in the bushes across from the Elderwood Palace Lodge, its lights shining in the night. They couldn't wait any longer. The brothers knew Saga was in Watery visiting her trailer. Going now was their only chance to do this without hurting her. Ilmo stood up and a crowd of deer masks looked his way. Okay, this is it. The writer is the target. Take him down and it's all over. Only shoot the Fed if you have to. This is our big moment. We watch in the night. The crowd murmured the chant back to him. Ilmo turned his face to the hotel. He could see Saga's partner in the window. Ilmo slapped his brother on the shoulder. The brothers donned their masks. The cult of the tree was ready.
Yeah, so then... I don't even know what it hovered over. I didn't get to see. I think it was hovering over one. I thought it did it not. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I meant taken. Oh, weird that it like Sometimes focuses the manuscript and sometimes doesn't. I don't really know why. Can't open that.
Is this something they watch on movie night? Thomas Zane looked just like Wake. Is this why Odin keeps calling him Tom?
What the fuck is going on?
Cynthia Weaver had always kept her lantern close. Someone in the bathroom with her. In the dark. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed.
Two 7-3. See this? Push your mind. Doesn't sleep my stuff alone. I think they hate me.
A fuse. Could come in handy.
I want to read this. I'm terrified right now. Thomas Zane, born Thomas Zane in Finland, and his partner Barbara Jagger, local in Finland, recently established an artist commune here in Bright Falls. Mr. Zane has purchased the old manor house outside town, and the couple has already settled in. In his home country and internationally as well, Mr. Zane is a well-known and respected author filmmaker. A rising star already compared to the likes of Stanley Kubrick and Ingmar Bergman. His earlier film Nightless Night won a number of European Film Awards. Mr. Zane is currently in the process of filming a feature entitled Tom the Poet. In conversation, Mr. Zane comes across as a charismatic figure with big dreams. He talks about building a hotel and a film studio in the area. He even has a name picked out for the hotel, Ocean View Hotel. This reporter believes the name has a nice ring to it. Mr. Zane's dreams would certainly make Bright Falls a household name if they became reality. Members of the commune clearly feel the same, seeing Zane as a person worth revering, even to a faintly cult-like degree. A person who guides his flock to expand their consciousness and reach a higher state of artistic inspiration with the aid of magic mushrooms. While the Bright Falls record does not condone the use of illegal drugs, we hope Mr. Zane will help put our town on the artistic map. I do not like this one bit.
Cynthia Weaver hated being old. She'd been a doer, a fighter. Now the bathroom frightened her, afraid she'd break her hip, like Norman. Cynthia had always kept her lantern close, to hold the darkness at bay. "Oh dear, my lantern. I think I've lost it," Cynthia said. "This will put a smile back on your face, my dear," a voice said. A man's voice. Someone in the bathroom with her. In the dark. The light bulb had blown. She meant to replace it days ago. How could she forget? She had slipped getting out of the tub. She lay in the tub now. She lifted her hand. It looked wrong. Too many hands. In a black void with no sense of up or down, she was underwater. A dark shape pushed her down. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed. It came out in bubbles.
There's a flare pack over there that I missed. Where? In there? I don't even know where the hell I'm going with this fucking fuse, man. Why do I have this fuse? More bolt
Can't
cutters.
open this with my bare hands.
So I need the bolt cutters to get in there now. Okay. All right. Well, let's go get the record, I guess. Actually, did I check over here? Did not. More bolt cutters. That's right. How could I forget? It's all bolt cutters. I gotta get those. Whoa, what the fuck? My eyes. I don't want to go in there. Alright. Let's go to Cynthia's room and see what's in there.
Key fob's no good without power.
No use crying in the dark place. What has been has gone. But trouble doesn't look like this. You can go to the basement
You did all
and
that.
check the generator. But look out. You can never know in which tree the devil sits.
The basement. Thanks.
Back to the basement and restore the power. Well, I have the fuse. I just have to go put the fuse back into the slot. Those? They're still not dead? Christ almighty, dude. Just fucking kept running around in a circle. Aha.
There. Power's back on.
Okay. Alright. That's fine. That's alright. I already did everything here. That flare box, I can't get the flares in there. Oh.
Shit. Saga.
What the fuck? Turned around. Okay. What the?
It was too late.
Oh, checkpoint. Little spot to be safe. That's not good.
The nightmares were starting to creep in. He had it coming.
A dam? Was Cynthia into civil engineering? The Dark Presence uses people's memories, their fears to corrupt them.
Went down to the basement today to check the lights. Can't trust Bone to do it. It's too slow. It's getting harder and harder for me to reach them. I can't keep up much longer. Tom's lamp is gone. Lamp with the angel on it. He has always loved that lamp. Disappeared from my room. The darkness is here after all these years. It took Tom's lamp. I know it did. Lights are going out more and more. There's no one left to stop it. I can't do it on my own. Not anymore. I have nothing left of Tom now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need Tom's lamp back. I need Tom back. The shadows are moving. There's no more light, no more lamps. I can't find my way out of the room. Someone locked the door. Did I lock it? Maybe Tom did. He probably did it to keep me safe. He's such a considerate man. Barbara doesn't deserve him. Tom could do so much better. Where did Tom's lamp go? He used to have it. Guess he took it back. That's fine. It was his after all. The shadows are moving? Did I write that? Nonsense. There are no shadows. Just us, Tom and I, forever. I found something funny while I was down there. A newspaper article about Tom. They called him a filmmaker. He wanted to make movies. He was a poet. A magnificent poet. I dug around and found film equipment, supposedly also Tom's. What's happening? This isn't right. No, it isn't. How many more am I missing? 3?
3 remaining.
So funny.
Cynthia was close to someone named Thomas Zane. Who is he?
Tom was back. Tom had enemies. In a fancy hotel. Just his imagination. The nightmare started to creep in. Cynthia Weaver smiled.
An old flame. Maybe Tom was taken.
Oh boy.
A power station. Everyone needs a hobby, I guess. A lantern. Was Cynthia using it for protection? Did she know about the Dark Presence? I feel like I'm missing some context here. I'm guessing the woman in this photograph was not Cynthia's favorite. Tor's a romantic, huh?
You're a very special woman. What do we got here? This goes there. Pretty much all these go there, I believe. Put down her record in the bathtub. That goes there. Toward to keep him away from me.
Think.
Missing one more
A
thing.
bathtub, a pond, a lake. There's a theme here.
Another one of these.
Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming.
There we go.
Tor's not becoming a Taken, but Cynthia is definitely corrupting him. Trying to keep him away. Anga's Remorse by Old Gods of Asgard. I need to play it in the jukebox.
The dark water pressed itself into her.
Be fine. Wait, what? Oh, I see, that's aunties. For the light. The light is so funky.
The song will show me the way.
Look in the mirror, cobweb of my soul.
That's cool.
My face forever, seeking to be
Oh god, I'm having deja vu. This is weird.
driven by passion, raging like a storm. With thunder and lightning, and the hubris I was born. Blood out
Flashing lights.
Fuck. Here we go again.
Body of missing youth discovered in flooded bunker. Local girl Nora Hesberg, age 15, who went missing on Saturday of last week, was discovered dead in the sealed underground bunker near Valhalla Nursing Home in Bright Falls. Cause of death has been determined to be drowning. The incident occurred during a gathering of local youth at the bunker. Nora was reported missing by her parents Sunday morning when they discovered their daughter had not returned home the night before. Police were contacted and they received a tip to check the bunker from one of the victim's acquaintances. Police are treating the tragedy as an accident. The community mourns the loss of its young member.
This isn't real. Fuck this place.
Am I going in circles?
Wearing gloves comes.
My flashlight is all bugged. Can I... There we go.
No power.
Of course.
Can't use the switch. I need to get the power on to use the switch.
Okay. Oh.
The wall just disappeared. The light did that?
But I cannot see, dude. It's so dark.
Closer.
destroy it. The only way.
It's a loop, like the others. I need to reach the center. Cynthia. She's here. A dead end.
Man, what? Oh.
Oh, back here again.
Okay.
Locked. The key has to be nearby.
God, I can't see anything. Dark. Bolt cut. Huh? What's this? Am I locked? Yep. Sounds about right. Where am I? Okay. Tool cabinet key. Okay. Hmm. Man. Let me in. What if I... Oh, if changing this does anything and then changing the other one. Okay. Finally. Oh my god, the bolt cutters. Finally. It's been eons, bro. Hold on. Okay. It's funny that the flashlight light is bugged right now. Gotta get the hell out of here, man.
Writing a story.
Back again. Gotta go deeper.
Nothing.
Tor!
Where are you? Can you hear me? It's so dark. I'm sorry, kiddo. The hag tricked me.
Tor, I'm here! I'm coming!
Great.
You took Tor. I'm here to take him back.
I need to get the lights on to reach him.
Saga! It's so damn dark down here. I'm underwater. She's trapped me at the bottom. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Shit!
She was gone. I can't see the shadows to come alive. I heard this coming. Wrapped in a horror story. The bad tree. Dark blood pressed itself into her.
There must be a way to get the power back on. I can't stay in the water.
Is there something over there? I want to check.
Shit!
Okay.
Dark. I can't see a goddamn thing. Tell Odin. I'm sorry I fucked everything up.
You can apologize to him yourself. I'm getting you the hell out of here.
Just gotta make sure there's nothing else around here. Oh, the water's gone. That shouldn't be like that. Alright, let's keep going. What's over here? What the? I have a lot of healing items. Good lord, I have a lot of healing. What is happening? Oh, you're over there. Jesus, dude. What? Leave me alone, I gotta reload. There we go.
You again. The FBI. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Wake? Where are you? Is this coming from the dark place when you were still trapped? I have the clicker. We can finish this.
Without the clicker. You can help. I must find it.
I already have it. I can get it to you. But I have to understand. Did you write Logan into the story?
Plat in danger. I need to get back. I'm writing a story. It's the only way.
Then change the story. If this is the past, if this is you still in the dark place, then you can do that, right? You cannot write her in. She's my daughter, goddammit! Logan is in the story. I can get him to change it. I have the clicker. I'll make him change it now. He had no right to do this to Logan. To my family. Tor,
Oh, fucking hell.
are you okay?
Hey, took your sweet time to come save your grandpa, huh?
Nice attitude. A family trait?
You're right. Sorry. Thanks for helping out an old bastard like me.
That's my job. Now, I've got some questions for you.
Of course you do, sweetie pie. And I got answers.
That was cool.
Look in the mirror, the cobweb of my soul.
Really, really cool.